What's going on, everybody? It's Colten coming with another solo podcast on the Chalkboard. We ain't got crazy much to talk about today. We're actually going to talk about a couple gaming stuff with Xbox. Seems Rainbow Six Siege is actually going to be coming to Game Pass, so that's pretty cool. I used to have Rainbow Six Siege when it first came out. I got it on disc, and then I got rid of it because I don't even think I have any. I think I have Kingdom Come on disc. Everything else I ended up just buying on the online store, so I don't even have a hard copy of it. Hey. So that should be fun. I know that game is still super popular. I mean, the online community on Rainbow Six Siege is crazy, and then there's pro leagues on it, and those guys are just crazy. They go hard. I've watched a couple videos of their little points and tricks and stuff like that. I was never that good at Rainbow Six Siege, so that's why I kind of don't play it anymore. Call of Duty, they got a whole bunch of stuff coming out. They got the Haunting of Vorstek or whatever. Dropping 5 new modes coming up. 2 days. It's October 18th. It comes out October 20th is when it runs all the way till November 2nd, I think. So one of the new modes is 50v50, which we've seen that before. And then also there's going to be Night Warzone at night, which that could be pretty interesting. Definitely a lot of thermals are going to be ran. They're doing that same night Warzone, but it's going to be small Warzone, so obviously less player base is going to be in it. So that should all be pretty interesting. Now they're also doing a zombies thing. I'm not sure if it's going to be like Zombie Warzone or Zombie Royale, or I don't know how they're really implementing it. We ain't got too much on it. Just that's just what I seen. It was even coded different too. It was like zombies, and then 3 letters. So, and then honestly, I know there's a whole bunch of new merchandise, unlocks that are gonna be for it and stuff like that. They fixed Gaz's mission, and then they're doing something else, and I'm spacing it super hard right now. I don't know. The Night Warzone should be cool, though. That should be very interesting. Definitely a lot of thermals. And technically, you can hop off thermals. So you can run, there's Cold-Blooded. And that takes you off all thermals and shit like that. So that's going to be interesting, because it could be real hard to see some people at sometimes. Because, it depends on how dark it can get. And I'm pretty sure you can up your gamma anyways to where it's not even crazy dark, so. Unless they make that to where you can't do that. That'd be crazy. That'd be cool. Could be possibility to be a real fun one. Other than that, shit. The Call of Duty beta has been real fun. It looks like. I don't know. I haven't played it. And then Walking Dead Saints and Sinners dropped on Oculus, which that's pretty cool. The Oculus Quest. So, and then Oculus Quest 2, they released that if you have the Oculus Quest 2 can't. It doesn't support, the Oculus Go apps and games. I don't even have the Oculus Go. I just got the Quest, the original Quest. But the Saints and Sinners is pretty cool. That's it has decent physics and stuff implemented in it. So I bought it. I haven't checked it out crazy yet, but I did watch the playthrough when it came out on the computer, because you could play it off there. But my computer, I run a couple games, the Rick and Morty games and shit off my computer, but the computer still ain't really working right now. Other than that, and that's really all I had news-wise or anything like that. I scrolled through my news feed and there wasn't anything crazy to talk about. I know there was one thing about Tesla announced 4 years ago on today or yesterday that they were gonna have self-driving cars. Where the fuck they at though? I know they got the drive down the highway and you don't have to touch the steering wheel. I have a friend out in Colorado who actually works at Tesla, and he sent me a Snapchat one day of it doing it. That shit's crazy. That's just real crazy. I don't even know if I trust it. Obviously, you do it a couple times, and you got to sit there. You still got to pay attention, but I don't know. I don't know. That was just last podcast we talked about the AI driving cars, driving drunk. There would be no driving drunk no more. You know what I mean? You can you can own a pizza place and hire 0 delivery drivers. You can just get some AI cars to drive around and honk when they get there. Put a couple cameras in the car, make sure no one fucking gets up in that shit. GPS it, so if it gets stolen, you know where it goes, and then boom, there you go, bro. You don't have to hire no more drivers. I'd kill the job market. Just in Hobart, there's like 3-4 pizza places with at least 40, 50, 60 people employed there. I have a new place that just opened up that I guess is just like taking over out there in Hobart. They got like golf carts and shit. They're delivering on side-by-sides and bicycles and shit. It's funny. I guess the bicycle though is electric assisted. So once you get to going, it helps. So you know, like I'm sure like that's nice for going up hills and shit. Not like Hobart's that hilly or anything, but I wonder how fast you can get going. Like 20, 25, that'd be cool. Just cruising, you know. Imagine that being your job. You just riding a bicycle on a nice day. You know, got some earbuds in, listening to some music. You're on a bicycle, so you could probably pop like a cigarette if you want, or you know, if you dip, you could dip, vape, hit your vape, you know. Sit there on the phone with the earbud in, you know, talking to some random person. I see a lot of like DoorDash drivers doing that. They'll have the earbud in. They'll walk up to the door. They'll be talking all the way up to it. Oh yeah, here you go, man. Oh, have a nice day. You stand there and they start talking instantly back to the person they're on the phone with as they walk away. Oh yeah, man. That has to be the life, man. If you can make a living just doing that, I mean, I know a lot of DoorDash people that do. I was thinking about DoorDashing. I'm all signed up and shit. Gotta get my plates full done on my car. Gotta get my intake. There's like a service bulletin to where you gotta go in and drill out the EGR valve. Where the EGR goes up the little tube, you gotta drill that out because it gets filled with shit. And Honda wants you to add like some metal sleeve in there, but fuck that. So we're just gonna drill it out. I'm not even gonna replace the EGR. Hopefully that fixes that. And then I can go get it replated again. But I got my hood risers for it. Sick. Too bad the hood bolts are locked in there. It's tighter than fucking Sane's asshole. It's fucking tight, man. 10 millimeter. But 10's loose on it. Just a tad bit. And nothing else fits. So I think I'm going to make them flathead screwdrivers. Just a line through the center and get a nice flathead in there and bust them loose that way. That always works. That's a good go-to, especially on like hood bolts. Because at the end of the day, my hood risers came with 2 new hood bolts. So I could just lop the head off, pull the hood out, get some nice fucking wrenches on there and twist them out that way. I don't want to do that though, because that sounds like a lot more work than I was going to try and do. So I'm going to try and just do one side at a time. I'm going to loosen the bolts on each side so just to where I can get enough leverage to lift that hood up enough to put the hood riser in, put the bolts in loosely, do this side, lift it up, put the hood riser in, put the bolts in loosely, then adjust the hood to where the gap is nice, and then shut it. But, you know, I also got some new mirrors, and Amazon actually sent me 2 for the price of 1. I'll show you. One of these bad bitches. They span the whole length of the car. Like, that's the size of your normal rear view mirror. And this is the size of this one. It's, I don't know. It's in a lot of, like, JDM shit, so I got it, you know. I got my new bumper mounts. They're, like, little things going outside the bumper. And then, got a new sticker coming in for it. It's lowered and shit. I'll show you. I need to get wheels still. But, you know, we just bought a house in the studio, and we're still furnishing everything, and so, and it's winter. It's literally end of October right now, so I think hopefully I'm gonna get my shit together, get settled in everywhere, and then through the winter get my money saved for the wheels I want instead of just buying some cheap ones, and get some nice deep dish wheels on there and tint it. It's got no tint. It's a 2-door Accord 2000, if anybody knows. If anybody wanted to know, it's a V6. It's slammed right now. Not fully, because then I couldn't get in my driveway. I mean, it's still pretty damn low, but it definitely needs tint, for sure. Oh yeah. And I want to get the hood, the roof, and the trunk painted black. Remove the spoiler. She should look real clean. That's the goal. That's the goal. I was looking at steering wheels for it. Amazon's actually got a decent little suede one for like $45. Don't know if I trust it though. It's 14-inch, deep dish. Alright, this cat's fucking around. My cat's having its first heat cycle. So she's horny as shit. She's meowing all over the place. She keeps raising her tail up, all weird and shit. And then she keeps trying to sprint out the door. Me and Riley read that. That's what everything I just listed is shit the signs that they're in heat, and it's her first one, so now we know she's 6 to 8 months. Little backstory, I found her. She was just, my mom's property had like this orange cat and a couple other cats, but there was this orange and this black cat that always went in my garage. When I had the Eclipse, I used to park the Eclipse in there, and their fucking paw prints would be all over the shit, right? Well, about 3 months ago, John texted me and said, hey, there's a litter of kittens in your garage. Well, I went and I searched the whole garage, and I couldn't find these kittens. Couldn't find them anywhere. So then my mom showed up, and we're standing there, like, right outside the garage door, right by, like, she had a couple trailers. And I'm like, I can't hear it. And then we heard this one little, whimper of a meow. And I looked underneath, and this scared little itty black cat with a little orange in it, she's got like orange spots on her, was just chilling. And I was like, oh, so this is a full born in the wild with this, oh, that's my furnace, with this orange and this black cat living on the property and just chilling. So I thought it was going to sprint off like all wild cats do that are around. And she just kind of ran up to me and just kind of like jumped up on me and was cooling it. So then I took her inside, and I was like, oh, this cat just can't go back outside. It's too damn cute. But I'm glad I didn't, because come to find out, those other cats all disappeared. And we have my mom's got a lot of coyotes on her back property as well. So, not thinking the worst, but since they're not around anymore, and the coyotes were pretty much coming up to the house at one point, I'm thinking they might be dead. So if I would have put this cat outside, Amara is her name, Riley calls her Turkey, she'd be dead, in my opinion. So I saved her life. And me and Riley got a beautiful little kitty. And hopefully she'll stay nice and small. She's got like a real fat tail. She's adorable. Yeah, other than that though, how's everyone's day going? Comment down below. Remember, always like and share my videos. If you're not subscribed, please do. It actually shows that, I know I only got like 44 subscribers, but only 20% of my viewers are subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon next to it. That'll notify you every time I put every time I post a video. And I have been posting pretty regularly every 2 days. I'm trying to get a video out this Saturday. Or yesterday I had a housewarming party. Didn't last too late, but after the fact I kind of just relaxed. Me and Riley hung out. She drank some Trulies and I played some Xbox, and that was that. Yeah, I actually didn't really drink. I got a whole bunch of beer in the fridge, but I didn't really drink, so who knows what it is. Maybe it was for the best I didn't get drunk last night. I do gotta work tomorrow. I gotta go on my off day because this new system shit. Don't know when I'm gonna be off this week, but that's how it goes, working that 9 to 5. Never tell you guys how I hate working for a fucking corporation. It's like the worst thing in the world. I love the people I work with, but the corporation behind it sucks. Sucks, man. Maybe one day my videography or something will take off and I won't have to work for a corporation. Or maybe one day I'll find a job in a nice place where they treat you right, they don't overwork you, after 40s, overtime, I'm not salary, I fucking hate being a salary. I hate it. They say it's all fine and dandy because at the end of the month you get a good bonus, but this whole year we ain't had good bonuses. With this COVID pandemic, it's hurt everybody. And in the winters, no matter what, COVID or not, dealership life. No one coming out when it's snowing and cold. It's how it always is. That's why I'm really thinking about doing that DoorDash thing. I really think it's a good idea. Just do it on the side, extra cash, even if it's just paying off 1-2 bills. That's 1-2 bills paid off. Then I ain't got to pull out of my fucking weekly checks. That's what I do like where I work. I get paid weekly. That's nice. I hated getting paid every 2 weeks. That shit sucks. It feels nice because you're getting a bigger check, right? But at the end of the day, it's still the same check as those two. If you would have got paid 1 week, it still would have came out to the same amount. So instead of me having to manage my money for 2 whole weeks because I don't have that reassurance on that next Friday, I don't have to worry about that. I can pay a bill and know, okay, well, yeah, I got a bill next week, but I get paid another $500 this Friday. So I the rest of my money this week can get saved and go to gas money and a little bit of spending money because I already got this bill paid off. And with the DoorDash, you have a good week. Say Riley's been working a lot because she works nights. Like every time I film one of these, she's not even here because it's 9:30 at night and she's working. So she babysits and then she works at Dairy Queen while she's going to school. She's going to school for like elementary school teaching. So she wants to teach little ones, which I think is great for her. Sorry, I needed that. I was so tired. So if you're still with me watching the video, I've been writing a little bit more lately. I've told you that I've been writing scripts and stuff, but now I've kind of just been writing like a story. It's called The Adventures of Crunk because I don't really know a good name for it. My guy looks like a crackhead, but it's decent so far. I got a whole city described. I got 3 chapters, shit ton of pages. Maybe I'll go over that. Maybe we'll read some of my scripts or something in a future podcast. If you're still with me and that's something that you'd like, go ahead and comment that down below. Let me know, and that's something we'll do. I have a couple different scripts. And like I said, once I get the computer going, we're going to be releasing those scripts and getting them shot because I think that's something that would go really well on my channel because that's something I like doing, which is film. I don't want to be in them. I like filming them. But I got a lot of amazing friends and amazing cousins and family that will all help me out, and we'll hopefully get some skits out there, some funny, some serious, some, I do want to try and get into some film contests in the next coming years and try to get my name out there. My real name is SDN Photography. You could find me on Instagram. I don't really post that much on there right now because I'm working a lot on the Chalkboard podcast. That's another social media one you can find me on, which is on Instagram as well. And then obviously YouTube, you can find me at The Chalkboard on YouTube. We're still going, we're still growing. When I started this like 3-4 months ago, which is crazy because I feel like I just started it. I've tried starting a YouTube channel several times before, and if you don't stick with it, you're never going to get anywhere because it takes time. So first off, I never got into YouTube thinking, oh, I'm going to be making money and I'll be able to quit my job. That's not why I got into YouTube. I got into YouTube because I like creating content. That's the first reason. So I've done it 2 other times and I just kind of fell out of it with work and then just being young and hanging out with my friends and stuff. But finally I hit, me and my cousin tried doing a podcast, but then we have 2 different work schedules. So then we end up not getting them filmed out. And finally I was like, you know what, I'm going to create my own. And I'm going to have guests. If I have regular guests, that's awesome. And I do. And that's the Beers and Bros. That's the amazing group of friends that I have. Mitch, Jeff, Lub, Tyler, all of them. there are soon to be more guests. I got my buddy Jeremy. I got Aaron, who actually created my intro outro, which I still need to get. With the computer being down, it doesn't even matter right now, but I just got to get him a flash drive because I'm going to hook him up with some products for editing as well. But no, there's still shit coming. There's still a whole bunch of year. There's Halloween coming up. Hell yeah, that's awesome. There's Christmas, which is my favorite holiday. And as soon as I get the actual computer up, I'll be able to start doing my vlogging like I want to, because we are right by Chicago, which right now we actually are in a red zone. So if you go to Illinois and you come back, you got to do a 2-week quarantine. If you come here and you go back to Illinois, you got to do a 2-week quarantine. Hopefully by the time Christmas is up, that is gone. I think it will be. I think it will be gone after the election. But in doing so, we have several videos that we're gonna be, we're gonna take a trip out, see the tree lighting in Chicago. That sounds like something that hopefully people would like to see. Not a lot of people have ever experienced it from Chicago. There's the same thing that happens in New York, Los Angeles, all sorts of other places as well. I wanted to go down to Kentucky, take you guys down there, do a little vlog down there. Beautiful place. It's my dad's property. My dad's actually going to be coming up, so I'm actually going to try and do a podcast with my father. My father has a very, very, very open-minded. He can be very overwhelming, so just fair warning on that podcast. There will be several warnings at the beginning of the video. My dad is a Trump fan. My dad is very big into conspiracies and the QAnon and all sorts of other shit. So I am going to have him not talk about some stuff because I don't want the whole kid stuff to be brought out. We will talk a little bit about Epstein. We won't go in super grave detail because my dad has watched videos and told me some crazy stuff. And if it's true, which I firmly believe some of it is, he was right. He told me about Epstein 2 years before Epstein came out. My dad was all like, so, but I'm just telling you, he's a very big conspiracy guy and he can overwhelm a lot of people. He does not overwhelm me, so me and him can rabble on forever. He's the same type of person as me, but he, like for instance, Riley, she is very overwhelmed with my father. He's very strongly willed, but that podcast will be very interesting to say the least. And I think even if you don't agree with anything, you will either get a good laugh out of it or you will, I don't know, maybe you'll come out of it. If you remember the podcast where me and Jeff talked about that stuff, that's what he's going to talk about. I can 100% positively tell you that. Either that or he's going to talk about, I don't know. My dad's very amazing. So growing up, we watched a lot of Ancient Aliens. He opened my mind up to space, and my dad's a very inspirational character to me. I love my father, and I can't wait to have him on the podcast. And that's going to be something that I look forward to a lot. But other than that, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I know a lot of people probably aren't even going to see the end of this, but if you are, awesome. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share, whatever. Thank you for always watching my content. I hope you guys have a good one.